Last week we watched Moses and Aaron bring the first 7 plagues. Blood, frogs, lice, insects, sick cattle, boils, and hail. It was a pretty good start. This week's Sidra is Bo, and we have the Pharaoh debates, locusts, darkness, the jewels, Passover, and other mitzvot, and then the death of the firstborn. And now on with the adventures of Moses.
This heart is suffering from concrete cardial cementus, hardening of the heart. As you may well have guessed, this heart belonged to Pharaoh, who refused to recognize the signs and wonders which were shown to him, and refused to feel the suffering of his people. Remember, only you can prevent hardening of the heart, so give freely with your feeling.
A message from your Heart Society.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you this special news report. Here is our reporter, Ramses Rivera, live from the fields.
We are live in the fields. Just a few minutes ago, Moses held his hand over the land of Egypt, and suddenly the land was filled with locusts. These bugs are busy eating up all the grass and crops in Egypt. This has been Ramses Rivera reporting live from the fields.
We now join our regular programming, Pharaoh and Company, which is already in progress.
Okay, Moses, this time I'm impressed. Tell your God that Pharaoh recognizes power when he sees it. And then I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused. Anything. Just get those cotton-picking locusts out of here.
However, later, after Moses and Aaron had left, and after a strong north wind had carried all the locusts into the Reed Sea, Pharaoh again changed his mind.
Suckers. I'll get you, Moses, and your little dog, Toto. Oops, wrong movie. My heart is hardened. The Jewish people will never leave Egypt.
Egypt filled with darkness. Pictures at 11.
Moses held his hand towards the sky, and all Egypt was filled with thick darkness. The only light came from the houses of the children of Israel.
Welcome back once more to Pharaoh and Company.
Shut up! I've changed my mind again. Listen here, Moses. Be gone from me. Take care not to see me again, for the moment you look upon my face, you die.
My brother says, you're right. I will never see your face again. God is going to bring only one more plague.
So there.
Sure, yeah, I'll be glad to do it. Hello. So far we've had 9 plagues. Before we continue with the last plague, my friend, Mr. the God of my fathers, has asked me to teach you a few commandments. Once the Exodus starts, we'll be too busy to learn the Torah for a while. First, all Israelites, men and women, are to go to their Egyptian neighbors and borrow objects of silver and gold. Next, all Jews should begin keeping calendars. This month, the 7th month, should be considered the beginning of the year. On the 10th of this month, every family should pick a lamb to be the Paschal lamb. And on the 14th, you shall cook it and celebrate a Seder. That night, you should paint the doorposts of your houses with the blood of this lamb to show God that your houses are different.
Following God's order, the first Seder was celebrated in every Jewish home.
We interrupt this broadcast to inform you that the great cry you have just heard throughout Egypt is the result of massive deaths. We don't know how extensive the dying has been, but the first reports indicate that all firstborn in Egypt, both men and beasts, have died.
Why are we celebrating this Passover Seder?
Well, it's because the Lord passed over the houses of the Israelites in Egypt when the Egyptians were killed. God saved our houses.